Welcome to today's 8 Billion as One podcast, Liberating Humanity Together. This is show number 3. When it feels like the world's crashing down on you, how do you respond? How do you respond when the world's crashing down on you? When you feel like everything is going against you? When you feel like life isn't working at all? Like everything is failing, all these bad things are happening to you. When you're in constant struggle, you feel like you have a black cloud hanging over you, feel like everyone is against you. Have you felt that way? Maybe you're feeling that way now. Or maybe that's the most extreme case, and do you feel like you were just born under a bad sign, or that the world is against you, or that nothing goes your way, or can you relate to that to some extent? I hope it's not very much that you can relate to that. I'm sure that you have had moments, though, where you feel like nothing I do succeeds, life is hard. I mean, this is a spectrum, right? This is the title of today's podcast. Our 8 Billion as One podcast is when it feels like the world's crashing down on you. Let's say that that's the most extreme form of discontent, upset, frustration, suffering, pain, struggle, challenge, adversity, stress, overwhelm. And yet you can, let's call that zero. Maybe that would be more like 100% on this spectrum. And you want to, I hope that your life is zero. This is actually pretty insightful, so I'm interested in how you respond to this. Let's call this the adversity index, even. Wow, that's a nice name. I like that. The adversity index, how much you feel like the world is challenging, is struggling, is beating you down, or nothing is going your way, nothing's going right in your world, in your life. And so, where are you on that spectrum where 100% would be it feels like the whole world is caving in on you, bearing down on you, like you feel like maybe a helpless little puppy with like a big, like one of those, like I get a visual of like one of those electric lines, the power things, grids, and power poles, telephone, no, they call them telephone poles, power poles that have, like maybe 40, 50, 60 feet in the air, and it has all these lines hanging off of it. I mean, all these metal beams that are having the wires, like two lines of wires. Like that thing fell on you and it weighs like, 800 pounds or whatever. Or the 800-pound gorilla is sitting on you and you're like, help me, help me, help me. I can't get up. And anyway, so that's like that's 100%. And where are you on that spectrum where 0% is everything I touch turns to gold, and this is how you're meant to live your life, and you can make that choice right here, and you're doing that right now, right? We're 0% on the adversity index. Everything goes my way. I was born under the auspicious sign. My life is lucky. I'm happy-go-lucky. Everything I want comes to me easily, joyfully, right away, immediately. I always like I have, the sun is always shining. Everyone treats me well. Everyone joyfully gives me what I want. The world is my oyster, and while I'm serving humanity, everything I'm putting out there, people love, they receive it joyfully, gratefully. They're so thankful. they just heap praise, loads of praise and compliments. I can do no wrong. That's a 0 on the adversity index. So where are you along that spectrum? Are you somewhere in the middle? What would that be, 50? Or are you more like, well, more good than bad happens to me. I get everything I want in life. Eventually, I have to work for it. I have to work hard for it. Notice how you decide. Only you choose where you are on the adversity index. And the world matches your expectations. The world mirrors what you expect of it. Life is the absolute mirror of where you are in consciousness. Life is revealing to you what you had yet to see before, what you had yet to heal before. It's like shining the light of awareness into the dark recess of your subconscious mind and bringing the unknown, unseen, hidden into consciousness. That's what your life journey is about. That's what life is. That's what life is. I was going to say that's what life is meant to be for you. No, that's what life is for every one of us. So the things in your life are the things that you are ready to see because that's what your life journey is. Like, I mean, we're talking about this adversity index here, 0 to 100, with 100% being total adversity and 0 being everything is beautiful, amazing, miraculous, glorious, wondrous. So you see that the journey of your life is to go, it's almost, well, you could call this the wheels of karma as well, is to pay down the debt that you owe life of karma for the past mistakes you made, for the past not good that you had done, the times when you hurt people, the times you came from other than love, when you were aggressive with somebody, when you were mean to somebody, when you didn't stand up for yourself, when you could have done something to help someone and you didn't do that, when you stole from people, when you lied, when you were manipulative or greedy, when you came from fear and maybe you didn't do what was required of you in that moment. I mean, all of these things, they, well, they have consequences. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction, right? So anytime someone does evil, harms another person, does not do the good, which they can do, I mean, that's a key one for you to recognize. All of these things cause karma. They have an effect, right? And that's like a debt. If you think of it like a balance sheet, like, the good I've done versus the evil I've done, or the good I didn't do is the same thing as the evil I've done, and you have to pay off that ledger. So if you think of this adversity index as representing the challenges in your life that you have to face and pay down that debt by doing good, right? Notice this is taking ownership of it. Looking at your life as this adversity index where you want to get it down to 0, you want to clean the slate, pay the debt, pay off, make up for, and more than make up for the damage that you have done, the harm you have caused others, the evil you did by doing good, right? So you're raising your goodness quotient to 100, and that's subsequently lowering your adversity index to 0. I'm really interested in how this is coming forward, shall we say. I mean, I look at it as all I do is open the channel, the vessel. I'm like the hollow flute, And if you're watching this by leading your own Operation Greatness podcast, you're watching this video of this podcast of our 8 billion as one.com podcast, then you see him holding up a shakuhachi flute. And I love that that's a Japanese expression, which means the hollow flute. And you're like the hollow flute too, because after all, you are God's instrument for miracles in the world. So you just open up and you're allowing God, receiving God is your work, and your purpose is extending God into the world. And what does that mean? That means extending love. And what does that mean in a practical sense? It means being of greater service to more people, right? That's why you are here. That's what each of us is here to be, that source of light, inspiration, like the lighthouse, leading everyone to safe harbor home. That's why we are all on the planet. We're here to serve each other. We're here to come from love, abundance, peace. That's what we're doing together through 8billionas1.com. That's why it's imperative that you're joining us at 8billionas1.com with the numbers for each of those, 8 as the number and 1 as the number in 8billionas1.com. We're liberating humanity together. And we're doing that through you. So this is your journey. This is your work. Facing your adversities head on, no longer cowering in fear, no longer thinking you're small, helpless, weak. No, your power is beyond measure. You are here to make a profound impact, contribution to the world. The world is such a better, peaceful, such a more peaceful, loving, abundant, prosperous, wealthy place because you lived, because you took this to heart, because you stepped up, because you owned your power and you commanded your destiny. And you began living your divine design, duty, destiny, dharma, which is being of greater service to more people. So even right here, going to do this now, go to 8billionas1.com. Join us there. Give yourself our Return to Think and Grow Rich 3-for-1 WSO. This is all for you through 8billionas1.com. And then just post a review of the 3-for-1 WSO on Return to Think and Grow Rich. And then I will give you a full week in our private community. That's where the magic happens. That is where we are coming together, 8 billion as one strong. And this is the monumental turning point in human history by every one of us doing this for ourselves and with and for every one of our online friends. So you will be leading all your online friends through being that inspired visionary leader of all of their friends, who are then leading all of theirs. That's how we are liberating humanity together. This is the most important thing you have ever done. This is all through 8billionas1.com. So do that now. So where are you on that adversity index? Is it more, most things in your life are there and they're a direct response to you keeping your focus firmly in your mind. You're very present with it. Your mission in life, you are getting out of bed very excitedly, being of greater service to everyone. It is your destiny. It is your gift. It is your duty to serve. And you can't wait to make more of a difference, to be that inspiration, that gift in the lives of the people. It is your destiny. It is your duty to serve. That's how you're meant to live, right? And that's like going back to the goodness quotient. That's the more you're focusing on serving others, that's how you are raising your goodness quotient and lowering your adversity index. Pretty obvious, right? And yet being aware of that, then you're doing that consciously. So where are you on the goodness quotient? How much of a conscious effort are you making each day to help people, to make a positive impact in their lives, to contribute as much as you can to as many people as you can. That's like your 100% goodness quotient, where everything you do is about being of service. And you're not even looking at what's in it for me, what you get out of it. You're just people need help and I'm able to help them and I'm helping them. And you don't even think about it because that's coming from ego instead of love, right? Because that's what we're doing, 8 billion as one, liberating humanity together. We're all coming from abundance, from more than enough, not from scarcity, fear, lack. Because we're all here working together. We're all meant to work together. And this is the first time all of us have come together as the human family, all through 8billionasone.com. And this is the most important thing every one of us has ever done. So, do you see the direct correlation here, which is the answer to when it feels like the world's crashing down on you? How do you respond? Well, you respond by breathing in, returning to your center, feeling the peace of God, and I would say the presence of God, or you could say, if you don't like the word God, for whatever blocks that you had held in your, well, in your life, to block the flow of the infinite, unlimited blessing you, reaching you, working with you to lead, inspire, transform, and liberate others. Why would anyone do that? But a lot of people do that. Anyway, you could just look at it as I am connected with the currency of life, and you can flow with that, enter that, and that's like you're at peace. Well, okay, when the world is crashing down on you, then it's hard to be in that place of peace because then that person is in survival mode. They're trying to protect themselves. And then they make up these stories. They get all emotional and they have the story in their head. They're in their ego. They're out of rational thinking, critical thinking. And so that's why they breathe back. I call it breathe back into being, come back into their center. And then, and the simplest and easiest way to do that is to serve others. So, how can you right now make a greater difference to others? Because that's the immediate way of getting out of that funk, getting out of ego. And you'll see, because you need that clarity first. If you're spinning out of control emotionally, which is what someone does when they're in that high adversity index, they're spinning out of control emotionally. They're not in touch with reason, logic, rational thinking, critical thinking. No, they're in their story, and that's ruling them, that's running them, their ego, their wounded ego, even worse. So the key is to just pause, take a deep breath, return to your center, and start distancing yourself from the adversity. Doesn't mean pushing it away, that doesn't mean sweeping it under the rug or denying it or repressing it. It means, okay, I'm going to look at this from a higher picture. I'm going to look at this more calmly. I'm going to get control of my emotions, my fears, and I'm going to see this for what it really is. And I'm going to recognize that, okay, it's not the whole world is crashing down on me. It's just this one issue. I have this relationship issue. This person said something mean to me and I felt hurt by that. Okay, see, we're narrowing it down. We're becoming more specific. What is the problem? Or I have to make $800 in the next 4 days to pay my bill, my rent, my mortgage. Okay, so, well, let's look at this rationally. And Dan's talking about how I'm here to be of service, and that's the easiest way to come back into my power. So what can I do today Maybe that would be good for me to clear my head and step out of the situation, get out of my environment, my home, my apartment, whatever. What can I do right now immediately to help someone, which would make me feel good? Well, I can go down to the Humane Society and I can walk some dogs, or just even pet some dogs, or hold a cat in my lap or in my hands. I can give love to animals who feel alone and unwanted and unneeded. How good would that feel? You would get the immediate feedback. Wow, that feels so good. And you would start to soften. See, I'm getting chills here just feeling this. I mean, you can do that right now, right? Anybody who's feeling like the weight of the world is crashing down on them, give love. There's so many people who need love to know how much they matter. I mean, go talk to, how many grocery stores have homeless people begging for money in front of them. You could just stop and talk to them. You could buy them a coffee or buy them lunch. I wouldn't recommend coffee because it's not good for anyone. You could buy them, you could take them into the grocery store and they probably have a deli and you can, just give them love. Be present with them. Show them that someone cares about them. You could do that immediately. How good would that feel? Because it feels great to serve people. So serve people. That's how you get out of that spinning out of control, feeling like the whole world is crashing down on you, right? And then you're in your clear head because you're feeling important. You're knowing how much you matter. You see you're making a difference. And that's how you come back into your center. And then you're starting to think more rationally and you can think, okay, if I have to make $800 in the next 4 days, well, what could I do? Well, I mean, I could, like, what's the need in my area? Like, living in Arizona, there's a lot of weeds growing in people's yards. I could pull weeds. I could do landscaping. I could sweep up pine needles. I could go grocery shopping for someone. I could give them rides to the grocery store. I could take them to, I could be their companion. I mean, how many lonely people feel like nobody cares about them? I can just sit and talk with them. Like this, I don't know what it's really called, but I've seen this. It's kind of like rent a companion. Like I'll be your friend. I'll take, we'll go to lunch together. You'll even pay for lunch and then you'll pay me $55 to sit with you for an hour. And, you can, I think it's $55 an hour is what they seem to charge for like a rent a friend kind of thing. You could do that. And, you could just go to volunteer your time, go to a nursing home and just ask the residents of this nursing home about their stories when they were young. What was the world like then? How much more were we in communion with each other? How much stronger were communities then? What was that like to see kids playing in the street, having fun, using the parks? And what do you see? Then you could ask them questions like, where did we go wrong as the society? I mean, we're answering all these questions as part of our 8billionas1.com. We know the answers because it's very clear we were connected with life instead of the dumbing device. And anyway, but you can do so much right now to make a difference, and it's about being of greater service to someone. So do that right now. How great would that feel? What if you volunteered at the food bank like every Saturday or every Sunday or once a week or once a month even? You would know I'm making a difference. I matter. That's what it's about, knowing how much you matter. So you matter, absolutely. You have so much love to share, and just share that love. And that's how you stop that impression that everything's going wrong. And also start counting your blessings. See how much is going right in your life. I mean, you do have a roof over your head, right? You have money to eat. You have food and shelter and clothing. You have a job, probably. And you have people who care about you, maybe your mom, sister, brother, whatever, you have maybe you have your own dog or cat and they care about you, they love you, and I mean there's so much good going for you. And you have so much love within you to share. You have so much good you can do. So do that good. That's how you shift that immediately. What is this? I was going to say, how is this connecting for you? But yet I asked it as, what is this showing you you need to do today, right now? Well, do that now, right here. Send me your thoughts about all this, Dan@danclatt.com, and make a difference to others. Lead, inspire, transform, and liberate all your online friends by walking them through this 8 billion as one podcast and give yourself that return to Think and Grow Rich 3 for 1 WSO at 8billionasone.com and then post your review. So right away, I recommend you do the Think and Grow Rich Direct Experience, the laser focused Think and Grow Rich Direct Experience. It's like about maybe 24 minutes. I might be 26. I don't know. You could probably skip the first 2 minutes and the last two because it's like introduction and summary. And then I'm being interviewed on someone's show. And I mean, I'm speaking to his group of like entrepreneurs, and I think he said there's, I don't know how many millionaires are part of his group, and maybe 1 billionaire. I forgot what he said. But anyway, I'm walking you through through living, mastering the 13 steps to riches, comprising Think and Grow Rich, and we're applying it to your situation. So I recommend you do that first, and then write your review of that program, the Think and Grow Rich Direct Experience focused, laser focused direct experience is what it is. And then write your review of that and then let me know, Dan@danclatt.com, that you wrote your review, put your review in there, that you posted it, and I will gift you the full week in our private community. So that's what we're doing right here together. This is how we are liberating humanity through 8billionasone.com. And so then you can share, then you're getting your partner link, and then you can share with your partner link everything as you are leading every one of your online friends through this 8 billion as one podcast. This is all through 8billionasone.com. And then we can go talk deeper into all of these points in this 8 billion as one podcast. So I look forward to working with you as much as you would like through 8billionasone.com. You matter so much more than you can ever even comprehend or imagine. That's what I really want you to appreciate here because the world needs you leading, inspiring, transforming, and liberating everyone you can, like all your online friends right here through this 8 Billion as One podcast. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. I believe in you. I know how much you truly, truly matter. And now it's time for you to recognize that yourself. Thank you for seeing that within you and sharing the love so much more abundantly, generously, in being of greater service to everyone it is your destiny to serve. Thank you very much.